Anyone who knows me knows that my favorite game and series of all time is Kingdom Hearts. Its simplistic, addicting combat mixed with the light RPG elements, gorgeous visuals, and an entertaining, convoluted story all enchanted me growing up. Even to this day, I still love it, and I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 4. However, it can take so long for new releases to come out, but I still crave that addictive gameplay. I am always looking around for games that give me that same feeling, and as I was scrolling through Twitter, a game popped up that hooked me in as soon as I saw it. That game is Genokids. Being marketed as heavily inspired by Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry, Genokids stunned me. The fast-paced, flashy combat, the gorgeous visual style, and the skill system all showed off this incredible-looking experience. From developer Nukefist, a team of only 2 people, this game caught my attention in full, so I reached out to the team to ask some questions and see if I could try the game out for myself. Not only are the influences of Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry clear as day in general gameplay, but it's implemented so well, never lets up, plays flawlessly on the Steam Deck, and I am shocked this game isn't being talked about more. So in this video, I actually want to talk about Genokids and show you guys how great of a game this is and why I think it's not only one you should be adding to your library, but one that I feel could be essential to your portable library on the Steam Deck. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. A copy of the game was provided by Nukefist for review. Thank you. Honestly, I'd say any game comparing to the 2 heavy hitters, Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry, is tough. Devil May Cry especially has some of the tightest combat, so I went to Genokids with high expectations. So far, those expectations have been met. The general combat is way more Devil May Cry style, with a general attack, launcher to bring people into the air, and special abilities that can be activated once your flow meter is full enough. However, the floaty verticality, ability to dash towards opponents further away, parkour-like environments, and camera angle all feel like Kingdom Hearts. They even have the death and boss battle effects from Kingdom Hearts, where it goes into slow-mo with your character falling backwards and the white screen overtaking it. It's honestly a lot of times feels like a perfect combination of the 2 powerhouses, and it's just wonderful. Combat itself feels extremely tight as well, with constant dashing, attacking, dodging, and using those special abilities. That in itself is a ton of fun, but there are also 4 playable characters that can be switched out. The majority of this early access build only gives us 2, red and blue, but we get a taste of all 4 in the first chapter and just expands our combat potential. Each of the characters has their own weapon and moveset, like blue using fast sword, while red uses slower fist that can be charged up to deal more damage, green using these robots that can shoot from far away, which gives me the same feeling as Wisdom Form from Kingdom Hearts 2, and yellow using a giant ass hammer. Combining the instantaneous switching out so we can continue combos pretty easily just brings the intensity up a notch in just the right way. It never overwhelms, and I can still make out everything that's happening and respond accordingly. We can even unlock an alternate weapon to add to our fights further. If I have to be overly critical, dodge rolling didn't always work in my favor, but this could be partly due to me dodging a little too late. I appreciate that the opening of the game gives us 4 different presets for button layouts as well, with 2 of them being almost identical to Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry, named Kingdom and Devil respectively. So if you're used to either of those games and want to keep that familiar button layout, here they are. It's nice to see the option, and it ended up making general gameplay feel much more familiar for me. With a visual style that reminds me of Hi-Fi Rush and tons of flashy effects when running around and attacking, Genokids just stands out. The early access version right now only has Act 1 with 7 chapters and some secrets and outfits to discover, and it can be completed relatively quickly. But this slice just shows the expertise and passion behind the duo devs. The other 2 major acts are coming and will contain new levels, abilities, bosses, power-ups, weapons, and more, so there's a lot to look forward to. I also have to say the story is pretty solid so far too. We play as a band that's been caught up in an alien attack, and they're taking up the mantle as protectors to defend the world and their own fans. The story is intriguing so far, but the cutscenes are what makes it great. It has a nice mix of hilarious and dramatic, like finding Red in Chapter 4's opening, getting carried away, and his reaction when he wakes up had me audibly laughing. It's just a great showing so far, and I'm really enjoying the game. However, as soon as I got the key to check out the game, I immediately booted it up on the Steam Deck to see how it is for myself. It has a playable rating due to showing incorrect controller icons and small text, but I just had to see if it feels and performs as well on the go. I am pleased to say that almost the entire time, it feels perfect. It sticks above 60 FPS in most combat scenarios, dropping below momentarily when attacking up close or on screen with tons of enemies around, but it will almost always bounce back up quickly. Running around the world is no issue at all and holds 60 the entire time. And all of this is on ultra settings for the game, so bringing it down to very high could fix these small drops. And there's even a potato mode, which could make 90 frames per second possible. However, 60 FPS at ultra or very high is what I say is perfect for right now. I'm not going more in depth because this is an early access build and is very subject to change, but I think it's a great showing for how optimized it is, especially for a fast-paced game like this. The most minor drops I saw below 60 came from massive explosions from Red using his fiery fists, but it quickly came back up. There was really only one fight at ultra quality settings where I found that the drops were a bit more frequent, and I was fighting about 7 to 8 smaller enemies, but again, this went back up pretty quickly. I also had the opportunity to ask the team if they plan to work on and optimize it further to get the verified badge, but as it stands, they don't have the time to prioritize it yet. They acknowledge that maybe in the future they can, and they would want to, but since the game already plays well on it, and it really does, they are focusing on other priorities. They also mentioned that Valve didn't tell them which text is too small, which is a little odd, but it makes sense that they need to focus on other priorities, especially since they just released. Honestly, after playing it, I am genuinely surprised Genokids isn't being talked about more. For a team of 2 to make such a fantastic, tight experience that lives up to its influences so far is pretty incredible. Even in its early access state, which can blow by pretty quickly, it just shows how much passion the 2 devs are putting into this title. I love the game so far, especially on the Steam Deck, and feel like the early investment is very much worthwhile. I'm excited to see what the next act in the game is going to be bringing, and if you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts and Devil May Cry, this should be the next game you buy. Currently, Genokids is available for $19.99 on Steam, and in the Steam store page, the devs have said that the price will go up as they continue to develop the game and release major updates. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. And a huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are awesome. See you next time.